Командир, оружие подвешено.
Мальчик, разрешаю руление на полосу 6.
My data link is showing some very interesting things. At least some of those are missiles, I think. That or blue now has SR-71s. Of course. Server restart in 15 minutes. We'll try and get some quick kills in, maybe, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm mostly just on here until Cold War fills up. I may even switch to just Dogfight. Kind of not feeling this server anymore. And the performance drop-off is insane. Like, I tried connecting to this about 5 times earlier, and I just could not play it. The frame rate was so low, it was stuttering all the time. I think they've added like another 900-odd SAMs to the map, which is probably why it's running so badly. Like, just this bulk SAMs method of mission making is ridiculous. They have more SAMs in this area of the Caucasus than the Russian military has in an entire actual military district. It's pretty absurd. See if you're jamming. Might be one back that way somewhere. As long as he doesn't see me, I should be alright. Really find myself wishing this had some kind of auto-ack mode like the Hornet. It's going to be inside vertical scan range soon. There you are. He doesn't even know. Did those seriously... Oh, no, there we go. They just took a while to get there. He didn't know, chat. He lacked the critical information. Okay, the one back the other way where he came from has gained altitude, which is not surprising after what I just did to his buddy there. I don't really want to fly into that. On the other hand, if I stay nice and low against this hill, I might be able to bait him in close and then pop up from under his belly. Pop-up attacks are really effective because your average RWR cannot see above or below the aircraft. It can only basically see on the same plane as you, which is why you see me rolling out when I'm trying to notch something constantly. I'm trying to figure out if it's still on me. So if I can stay below this guy, if I can also just not stall into the ground, that would be good. It's getting pretty close. I don't know if he sees me yet, he probably will. There he is. Not sure if he's aware yet. Doesn't appear to be. Come on. Come on, pick him up. Splash. He was not aware. Tactical spud. The ET got him. I didn't actually even need to fire that ER, to be honest. Oh, we got another customer apparently. That might be the guy that I lost track on earlier. Past me. Let's see if we can roll him from behind. Assuming he's still there. Probably trying to head through the valleys for Nalchik. Why don't you show us how to fly the Viper like a pro? I can't fly the Viper well, I can start it. I know how to start the Viper, but I'm not good at flying it. I'm fucking terrible with it. Like, last time I was on here, I got 2 kills and died about 6 times with it, and I don't know how I got the 2 kills. I found, like, the 2 people on the server less aware of what was going on than me, I think. Like, I like the Hornet, and I like some parts of the Viper, but I'm bad at both of them. I'm much better at the Hornet than I am at the Viper. No, I didn't, but I probably should. To be honest, I don't think my PC could run it. So, although I really want to play it, I don't know if there's much value in me applying to the alpha. And they'd probably write me off just on the basis of my PC specs alone. Fuck did that guy go? He must still be here somewhere, I just don't know where. I'm pretty sure he'd be going for Nalchik, the course he was on. Unless that was him that hooked right. Head over that way for a bit. I think they're going to do it in different specs to test it. Yeah, but I have like a caveman PC, so like I might be well below their expected minimum anyway. And as well as being mostly obsolete, my PC also has a 6-year-old Windows install on it. So it's going kind of Skynet. DDR3 why? Because that's all my motherboard supports, dude. Like, this is an old PC. I built this thing 7 years ago. Well, correction, I built this PC about 15 years ago, but the last major rebuild was 7 years ago. Because, my motherboard blew up. I have got to fix the clock rate on my RAM, because I've got it, for whatever reason it's underclocked, like it came underclocked. I don't know if I've just got to reconfigure something with the BIOS or what. Because I didn't know, I didn't touch it, so that's something I do need to work on. Five minutes. We could RTB, or we could try and get one more kill. We're sitting on 2 now, I would very much like to get 3. You would have seen me just for a brief moment there. Because I saw him for a brief moment there. Well, see, the thing is, I need my priority list for upgrades, not including peripherals, which I need to replace, is a new SSD so then I can get Windows 10 installed, because at the moment it won't fit on the one I've got. Windows 7 is struggling to fit on the one I've got. Then, once I've sorted out the inevitable shit fight that Windows 10 causes with me having to reinstall shit and reconfigure everything, that might be when it's worth considering it. See, the hassle with the new motherboard means that you have to reinstall Windows, and reinstalling Windows is always a real big pain for me. There he is. He will definitely know. So we'll fire a go-away shot at him. Yeah, he's aware. Okay, we got rid of his 120s. Did I hit him, or is he just flaring? Oh my god, are you fucking shitting me? I killed him. Fucking clueless Viper pilots, man. What the fuck? That was like not an RMAX shot, but it was fucking long. That was a really long shot for an R27. Now it's time to RTB, but the server's going to restart before I get home anyway. Well, that was a very successful first sortie of the evening, and of the day, in fact. I'm pretty happy with the way that went. It really tickles me when people hype up how superior the Viper and the Hornet are, and they are in the right hands. But then you come on this server and you just see them dying to, like, stupid shots that should never connect. Vipers seem particularly prone to it, and I'm not sure why, because the RWR on that thing works, but that's the second time this week that I've popped one with a missile that should never have gone anywhere near him. The last one was a pair of R-77 shots at maximum range, and he just flew into them. Didn't evade until the last second, and I didn't fire them from T-Wiz, so he would have known they were coming the whole way. Windows 10 is arse. Yeah, I mean, I'm not keen on it. Windows 7 is really nice. I really like it. It has a few minor issues, but it's been a really solid OS. But I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty careful about my PC, so I could probably get away with an out-of-support OS better than most. But on the other hand, I don't really want to risk it. Windows 10 Pro, which is like $200, but that came in a pre-build. It might have just been OEM. Sometimes you get fancy editions of Windows that come with pre-builds. Is Cold War filling up? Nope. Probably too early. Man, I am happy with that sortie. That went really, really well. We got 2 he didn't know kills. Always makes me very happy when I can put the ET to use. Turned off my PC and that corrupted it. I don't know how. See, my PC does weird and wonderful things if it's left off for a long time, and I've always had that problem. I don't know why. It's not even my motherboard battery, because I've replaced that like twice now. I think, again, it is just because I've had this installed for so long. You know how all the IT experts are like, make sure you format your hard drive and do a clean install of Windows every like 6 months. It's like 6 months, bro. It takes me 6 months to get comfortable with a Windows install. Like, by the end of 6 months, it almost is where I like it to be, with settings done and programs reinstalled and everything. The only time I reinstall Windows is when it breaks, or when I have to get, like, a new motherboard or something. So, yeah, this Windows install has been on here since... Actually, it's 7 years old now, since 2013. So it's starting to go a bit Amstrad on me, like certain things are not working properly. My PC clock resets itself all the time for weird reasons. And it's inconsistent. Like at the moment it's been working fine for a week, but then I'll have a week where my PC clock every 10 minutes will wind itself back an hour or two. It's really strange. It teaches you really quickly which programs rely on the system clock. So for instance, Twitch chat, if you wind your system clock backwards, you can't talk in Twitch chat because it says you're trying to send messages too fast, which is interesting. Who says that? Oh, I've seen it that many times on like tech sites and stuff. I assume that's... I mean, I assume that's probably more directed at businesses and so on, but... Like, I don't know anyone that does that, to be honest. I think I used to have a few friends that did that, but at the moment I don't know anyone that does that. And, you know, as you know, most large businesses or government organizations are still running, like, Windows fucking 98 or XP. So it's not like they do it either. Hey Josh, you missed it. We Pepe laughed 2 people and then got a 3rd. It looks like GS is actually running for me now, which is nice. I tried to play earlier, before I went and had a nap, and I just could not get it to run. It kept freezing. But we're good now. So we popped 2 guys who were totally unaware of my presence, and then we got a Viper to basically fly into my R-27s because he was so hell-bent on shooting me. I was gonna play some IL-2, but then I realized there's like a 17 gig update, and it's downloading at dial-up speeds, so IL-2 might have to wait. I got so fed up with my rudder pedals that about an hour ago, I tore them apart again and put them back together, and they work fine again now. Like, look at this shit. Hang on, I'll turn my nozzle steering off so this doesn't... Let me just quickly hide my face cam so you can see the control inputs. So look at this shit. Oh, I guess I have to have the nozzle steering on for that to... Nope, there we go, it's working. Look at how smooth it is. I got full range of motion, there's no noise. This is how they should have worked when I got them. 0 issues. Look at it. Now I ask, why is it that they only work when I fully take them apart and put them back together? Now, obviously my left toe brake is still busted because the pedal's still broken in half, but... So as you'll see, I've got a new, no, wrong way, that way. I've got to get myself some crosswinds fund because I'm sick of taking these apart every 6 months so they work. I shouldn't have to do it. It really annoys me. And I'd just like to reiterate that the TFRP? Yeah, the TFRP pedals are, like, so bizarrely engineered, it hurts my head. I don't know why they're designed the way they are. It took me, like, 90% of getting it done was just unscrewing things. There's so many screws in them, and yet they're really flimsy. It's weird. So yeah, I think if I can get the money together, I will get myself some crosswinds, because I'm just sick of dealing with this shit. I'd like to get some of the Slav device pedals, but because it's a single guy making them in a garden shed, it's pretty likely that I'd have to have a significant wait for them. Even though they're about the same price, and they look like they're way better built. Like, they look like they're absolute top-notch gear. I want something that I can get reliably, you know. And from memory, even the crosswind supply gets backed up from time to time, so... So I'll do that, and then the next priority for PC gear, I think, other than the SSD, which I'll probably just buy on my own money, is a new throttle. That, or finding someone who can fix this one for me, but ideally a new one, to be honest. I'm kind of sick of dealing with it. Do you have X-Planes? No, I don't. Next hardware buys will be Delrin clip, best mounts, maybe a stick extension. I should probably get a Delrin clip too, to be honest. This is starting to, like, my fucking tires burst. My ghetto rig fix for this has gone pretty well so far, but it's finally starting to come apart again, so I'll probably need to replace that soon. I don't know why my tires just popped. I was only doing 300, which is maybe a little fast, but not that fast. I'll just have to remember that if I have to land. Yeah, it's the same as this. Like, this works, but it's not ideal. And the longer I play, especially during the summer when it's hot in here, the blue tack starts to melt and, like, it starts sagging, which then affects where my track IR center is, and I have to recenter it all the time, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I'd like to try VR, but I don't think I'm going to get it myself for a very long time. I just don't have the money. I'd have to upgrade my PC significantly to be able to run anything in VR. And there's other issues too, like the fact that my glasses get in the way, and the headsets tend to be a bit heavy and uncomfortable for me. I have used VR before, but not for gaming. And there were all kinds of issues with it. So I want to wait for the tech to mature a bit and prices to come down before I really get into it. No, not for porn. It was, the Australian War Memorial Museum had this thing on where they had like a virtual reality experience to go through... Where was it? The Battle of Hamel, I think it was. Yeah, it was Battle of Hamel. Got a conga line forming already. It didn't take long. No, that's not here. Probably gonna buy Yen's GPU when he buys Tawny. Still gotta chat about it. Tawny was gonna send me his old rotor pedals, but see, I don't know. It's just, his old pedals are the same as the ones I have now, just his are probably a bit less janky. And I'm like, I wouldn't say no, but at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna end up having the same problems. I just want to get away from using Thrustmaster stuff, to be honest. Like, again, they make good products. The problem is their build quality is shithouse. Like, not quite Mad Catz era Cytec shithouse, but definitely shithouse. Which is a real shame, because, like, the Warthog has been, in terms of, like, control setup, ergonomics, everything, the Warthog's a good setup, but it's just, the throttle's broken. My pedals are broken. Like, I'm not gonna risk spending any more money on expensive Thrustmaster peripherals when the two that I have broken already. So I think I'm gonna go Virpil next time I get new HOTAS stuff. Crosswinds for pedals and Virpil for stick and throttle. And the additional bonus to that is the Virpil stick and throttle are set up for this aircraft and the MiG-29, and will translate well to things like the MiG-21 and the MiG-23. I still gotta get my MiG-21 stick apart. I just want to make sure I don't damage it in the process, so it's taking longer than anticipated. Excuse me. Oh, we have a second AWACS now, up at Novorossiysk, so I guess we have better coverage over Mykop at least. Well, we actually own Mykop now. So they've changed the mission around a little. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I don't like the hot starts. I wish they'd remove them. Hot starts are pointless in DCS. You can literally auto-start if you're that much of a fucking bitch that you don't want to learn how to fucking start the plane up. Or if, like me, you don't realize the Mirage throttle doesn't start in D10. Like, there's no reason to have hot starts in DCS. None at all. Is that the one with asbestos? I don't know for sure that it's asbestos, but I think it is. But that's not the issue. Like, that's only the wiring, like the main wiring harness insulation down the bottom of the stick. The problem is getting the bottom part of the stick that's on separate from the actual stick itself, like the body of the stick itself, because I can't get the wiring out without doing that. Why the fuck did I just get an RAF ad? I wonder if they have, like, targeted advertising for DCS streams or something. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. It's like every time I go on Facebook, like, through a browser I don't have ad block on, I get bombed with recruitment ads for ASIO, which is the Australian Security Intelligence Organisation. Like, mate, I don't think you want me in ASIO. I'm probably the person ASIO have very expansive files on. I don't know why they'd want to recruit me. Oh, do we have a he doesn't know happening here? He's quite close. I think he's seen me. Yep, he has. Holy shit, we picked something up in fucking pursuit mode. It's the Christmas miracle. Oh, we've lost him. running like hell.
Отказ систем. Смотри экран.
Hey, wannabe medic, thanks for the follow, dude. Let's see if we can pick this guy back up. He's dropped off data link. Oh, hello. We'll give him a go away shot. He'll probably defeat that. But the intent is just to force him defensive. Oh, here we go. Found him. Ah, he got me. Did I get the other guy? Nope, he flared him away. Damn it. Well, we're not off to as good a start as we were before the server restart. I did kind of fly into a mess of planes there. If I'd only been dealing with one, it would have been a little easier.
Перезарядка по плану.
Kind of surprised that first guy ran away after I trashed his AMRAM. Usually they press you much longer than that. Yeah, this is the FC3 Su-27. DCS always looks beautiful, then I actually boot up, it's like Flight Sim X, but slightly nicer. Yeah, I mean, I run my DCS probably at higher settings than I should, just because I want it to look pretty. I've always been kind of behind the curve on PC hardware, so I'm used to low frame rates, but if something looks bad, I can't deal with it. So that AMRAM came from the second guy. I did force him defensive, but not soon enough. And, the closer one just flared away my missiles. So if I hadn't had to worry about the second guy, I would have definitely got the close one because he was flying straight into me. Just gotta try and work my ambushes a little more carefully, same way I did before. I've only been up for about 40 minutes though. I need to add that as a command, I keep forgetting to do it. I always forget that the mobile app doesn't show you uptime, whereas the PC does, or like the browser app does. Because I very rarely watch Twitch on my phone. I buy myself a tracker, but I'm so scared of it not being worth it because I still have a lot of twitches, head ticks, and I can't keep still. I haven't developed any that interrupt me while I'm flight simming, thankfully, but most of mine do throw my head around a bit. Like, my shoulder comes up and I kind of do one of these ones. But it doesn't usually happen when I'm playing DCS, which is good. Which is very good. The day that starts happening, I'm going to be very, very upset. Haven't bothered messing with my stream stuff till I get a better card. Yeah, what kind of card are you on, Zell? Can we not pop the tires this time, please? Yeah, there we go. Much better. 1060? Ah, gotcha. 1050 Ti? Yeah, I'm on a 1050 Ti as well. I actually don't have any trouble with Squad, curiously. It's one of the games which I used to have problems with, but it runs smoothly now. I think they probably optimized it quite a lot over the past year or so. I used to not be able to run it worth a damn at all. Postscriptum is a little less smooth than Squad, I've noticed. Ah, bottleneck, yeah. My CPU is pretty old, but it's not old enough to be a big problem yet. We have a singleton coming in, we might go for him. CPU, 4570 I think it is. It'll come up in specs, but yeah, I think it's a 4570. That might be a helicopter. Or somebody who's stalling out. Like, he's medium altitude, but he's showing us really low speed, which I find interesting. I want to get Postscriptum just for the fact I can stick my head out of a tank, unlike some games. I haven't played Hell Let Loose. What really tilted me was in Red Orchestra 2, how they tied you to the tank, like you couldn't leave it. Because in Red Orchestra 1, I used to get out of the tank all the fucking time, either to walk my driver through a dense forest to conceal the tank, or to stand on top of the tank so I could see over a building. Like, I used to use that so much, and then just because people like, ooh, they'll jump out of the tank when they get shot at, they removed it and tied you to the tank, which was the dumbest decision ever. Like, the whole tank jumping thing in RO1 was only possible because the tank shells moved at like a third of the muzzle velocity they had in real life, and that was just an engine limitation. Might play some Postscriptum later, depending how long I stream for. I really enjoy the French maps, just there's a lot of bug fixing to do, like areas you can go through the world and stuff, so they're kind of broken at the moment. Just trying to get into different games since I burnt myself out on Squad for a while, and DCS seems like a good idea. Yes and no. DCS is fun to get into, but it's also highly addictive. This game is like crack to me. I have over 1,000 hours on it. I've only been playing it since October, year before last, so just over a year. I can't stop. I cannot stop. If I'm away from home for like 2 days, I start pining for DCS. Like, it's terrible. I get fucking separation anxiety. It is a lot of fun though. For all its faults, and boy are there a lot of faults, there is nothing else that does what DCS does. See, I used to play a lot of Project Reality, but I haven't played Squad as much, partly due to performance issues before I got the new video card, and partly just because I haven't really had as many friends that wanted to play it with me. Like, I used to have a friend that would play PR with me all the time, and we had a great time on it. But unfortunately, we're not in contact anymore. I guess we just kind of grew apart. Had the luckiest scav case ever, almost 1 mil from 2 keys. Jesus Christ. I still can't get the hang of Tarkov. Like, I've had the occasional good raid, but most of mine end up being garbage. Holy shit. Look at that conga line. Let's go quiet and see what we can do here. One of them is coming in my way, which is going to complicate this. Yeah, I get that, Josh. Tarkov is pretty frustrating for me too, honestly. Gotta be a rat, man. I am a rat. I still get fucking popped all the time. Usually by some dipshit scav with a shotgun from like 400 meters because Tarkov. Like, I honestly die more to scavs than I do to players, and it's almost always for stupid reasons. Mind you, I haven't played since I found out about the field of view messing with iron sight point of impact, so maybe my luck will turn once I turn my field of view back down. That is such a Tarkov problem. We're gonna go nose hot again because I'm pretty sure they're aware of me now. Try and stay low level. So one's hot, one's kind of flanking. What I might do is head down this valley so I can try and box around the guy that's heading for me. And then pop up behind the others. Yeah, I'm like that, Eric. I watch so many DCS streams. Like, I used to not really watch much Twitch. So I started my Twitch account back in like 2013 or so. I used to play with a fairly big World of Tanks streamer on the NA server. And then when we all stopped playing, I didn't really go on Twitch for years and years and years. And now it's like, this is why I get nothing done. This is why I get absolutely nothing done. That guy is going to be probably pretty close now. On my left side. Someone else is painting me. I'm going to come up on their data link. So we'll get behind a hill. Ditch that guy. Catch up on chat in a little while. I struggle to read my phone and fly at the same time. And I think I'm going to have one of them somewhere behind me now. Nose. This might get a bit spicy here. This guy's really slow though, it might be a warthog or something. Speed up a little. There's another behind me.
Переведи в партнер. Переведи в партнер.
Surprised I can't see him yet. Must be way down in the weeds, maybe. Because we've got the Erst on as well, so that should pick him up if the radar doesn't. Try bringing the nose up a bit. There we go. He doesn't know, chat. Oh, something does.
Предельный атаки. Предельный атаки. Предельный атаки. Предельный атаки.
Okay. Okay. Where the fuck was that guy? Is my missile gonna hit? Probably not. Probably already burnt out. Oh, it hit something. Nope. No kill. I don't know if that was him or if that was someone else that just popped out of nowhere. We don't have much luck now. I think I used all my luck on my first flight of the day before all you guys turned up, and now I'm just having shit show after shit show. Oh, wait, no, don't put those on yet. Yeah, you don't need track IR, but it's a huge help. Huge, huge help. I can't live without it now. Yeah, the face tracking solutions seem to not work very well for flight simming. Trip got one of those Toby things, the eye trackers, and he had a terrible time with it. He just got so frustrated, he ended up throwing the thing out and buying a, no, he didn't. I think he, like, jury-rigged his own kind of face track, or head tracking, and now he's gonna get a track IR, but I remember him being really annoyed at just how much trouble he had with it. I honestly kind of want to get, like, I wouldn't be able to do it because it'd be too expensive, but if I could find one of the actual ZSH7 helmets, I'd get it, and then, like, somebody in I think it was the Razbam Discord did this. They 3D printed the Shell 3UM helmet-mounted sight unit, like they 3D printed one, and put little LEDs in it, like they're going to use that as their track IR. I would totally do that. That'd be fucking hilarious. Be a lot less fragile than this as well. Because that is basically how the helmet sight on this works. It's pretty much a track IR. And these two windows either side of the HUD base are the sensors for it. I got a bit too target fixated the last time on that one guy. As soon as I realized he was dragging me out of the mountains, I should have just left him alone. Though to be fair, I'm not sure he actually realized I was there until I fired at him. And I don't know if it was him that shot me or the second guy. It's the problem with Growling Sidewinder. Well, there's many problems with this. One of the big ones is just the density of aircraft is so high in such a small area. And they fly in these massive conga lines that it can become really difficult to approach them without getting popped by some guy that you didn't know was there. It gets frustrating at times. I haven't been playing on here nearly as much lately, just because of that and because the server tends to run pretty poorly for me. There's a lot of shit in the mission file that makes the game run bad. Yeah, the PS3 iCam is what I always see suggested for when you're building your own head tracking system. Oh my god, we got a space cadet. Problem is, see what I mean? He's got that many aircraft covering him, basically. I can't really get close. And then the other space cadet further back is covering those two on the left. No, the ACM modes don't auto-lock. You have to mash the lock button, which is why quite often when I'm in vertical scan, you'll hear me swear because I lock somebody and then immediately, because I'm hammering the lock button so fast, I lock them and then drop lock straight away. It's really frustrating. It's one of the few things I hold against these aircraft is that the ACM modes do not auto-lock, and it can be a real big problem when you're in close and kind of in a panic. This guy is gonna see me for sure. He's looking at me right now. Just have to stay low. Yeah, he is for sure going to drop some AMRAMs on me and probably dive behind a hill. Try holding down the lock button seems to work. I might try that next time I'm in vertical scan. P3 is a search radar, yeah. Let's see. Cold War. Still nobody on. God damn it. Is there anyone on Just Dogfight? Oh yeah, Just Dogfight is jumping. And Ace is on there. Let's do some dogfighting for a bit. Whoops. Here we go. Might jump back in GS later, maybe. What I really want is to do some Cold War, but Cold War might not fill up yet. Might be a couple hours before people are on there. Signal both slots. Bunch of people in guns. 2 blue. 2 red. Oh, we got someone in Mob War 2. Big flying a P-51. I'll bite. I'm gonna blow my engine because my throttle's busted, but I'll bite. CN is in blue 2. I will go red 2. The reason I haven't flown this much lately is the throttle problem and the pedals, but the pedals are kind of working with this, so. It's fighting AI, I think. That's a fucking F-14. What the fuck? Oh shit, yeah, I think we spawned right next to the guns arena. I'm not sure, but I think that's where we are, which would explain a few things. Wind the revs back a bit, I don't want to blow the engine up. So my Spitfire has claimed several F-18s in PvP dogfighting. They tend to forget that you can outturn them, and they get really slow and just become sitting ducks. Yeah, this is Tbilisi, I think. Wait, is it? Looks like it. Please turn fight me. Please. He's gonna run away. Typical F-14. Runs away as soon as he's threatened. So Alpha's in here, and the issue with Alpha is he only flies the F-15 and he just climbs to the moon as soon as you get behind him. And he only attacks people who are already distracted, so this might get a little frustrating. Oh, the Tomcat's a lovely plane, it's just that it's frustrating to fight them. That's cute, he thinks I haven't noticed. Alpha. Typical F-15 driver. See, this is the problem. They all just run away. I guess the guy in the Mustang is, oh, he's still in the Mustang slot. I don't know where it is, though. Go to Burning Skies. If there's anyone on it, like, every time I've gone in there, it's been empty, so there's not much point. That's the problem with a lot of the, like, World War II and Korea servers. They're usually empty. Which is a shame, but that's just how it is. Please turn fight me, my son. Holy shit. Trying to run away from me, boy. Yeah, this is DCS. We didn't kill him, but we put some rounds in him. Put the fear of God up that Tomcat. Teach him to try and swoop me while I'm distracted. Ease up, guys. Ease up. We're all friends here. 15? No, Tomcat. He's back for more. Hasn't learned his lesson, apparently. Out of cannon. No, seriously. No fighting in chat. Don't make me step in. Oh, he's still trying, bless him. Holy shit! I don't know if that was an attempt to ram me or what. He's still up there. Where's Faziani? It's over there, I think. He hit me. Surprised how many 20 mil hits this thing's taking. Rip. Oh. I forgot I haven't unbound that yet at the Spitfire. Some holes in us. This might be a bit difficult. Oh no. Oh, almost. Still have a little trouble with the Spitfire on the ground in DCS. She's a little squirrely, but we made it down. Splat! Where'd he hit me? Jeez, he hit me across the tail, across the cowling, across the wings. He somehow didn't kill me with that. I don't know how. Bearing in mind, the Tomcat's gun is a 20mm. Now, I wonder if this is my friendly airbase. Can I get the ground crew to do anything here?
Перезарядка по плану.
Because one of these you can rearm at. I think it might be the wrong one. Spit with Russian skin, why? Because that's just what it's defaulted to on this server. The Soviets did use the Mark 9. They got a number of them over Lend-Lease, and they used it mostly as a high-altitude interceptor, because it was basically the best performing high-altitude aircraft they had after they kind of retired a lot of the MiG-3s and lost most of the rest of them. Alright, let's switch it up. Decide what I'll fly. Let's fly the MiG-15 again. That thing's fun. The 162, they didn't build enough of them to really justify it. The 262 maybe... Well, actually they are adding the 262, I think. I could swear they are. Media would be interesting. As far as the World War II stuff goes, they give the Germans all their Gucci fucking 1945 toys so that they think they're better than everyone else. Like, you know, all the Verabus. But meanwhile, we get a 1942 early production Spitfire Mark 9. Not even a late production, but a very early production. The newest thing that we have for World War II is the P-51D. I wish they'd given the Germans a Bf-109 Friedrich or Gustav instead of the 109 K4. Because the K4 is essentially irrelevant. They built very few of them comparatively. It was mostly used against bombers at the end of the war. Like, they should have given us an F or a G, which were the most commonly used fighter variants, and would be a contemporary of the Spitfire Mark 9. But no. Gotta keep the Verabus happy. It's a beast because it's a fucking 1945 plane fighting 1942 and 44 aircraft. That's all. That's all. Like, really. Like, between that and the fucking Dora, it's just absurd. Gun pods? Why would you want gun pods? Unless you're attacking bombers, gun pods are a fucking terrible idea. The amount of weight and drag they add knocks all the performance off the 109, which it sacrifices turn ability to pick up in the first place. Like, that's the thing. The Friedrich can still turn with a Spitfire in good hands. Even the early Gustavs. A fucking 109K, you're not turning with shit. That thing has the turn radius of a fucking boat. It's why I like the earlier 109s, but I'm not really into the late war ones. Why turn when you can boom and zoom? Because boom and zoom is boring. Turn fights are fun. Anyway, even then, if you want to make it a fair fight, give us a Spitfire Mark 14 and watch as you can no longer boom and zoom because you're not fastest anymore. Way off the lead. Is he gonna crash himself? No, he's not. We're gonna kill an eagle, boys! If he doesn't run away. Ah, he's running away. Coward! Coward! Come back here! Where that came from. Tomcat. This armored glass windscreen is so annoying, it gets in the way so much. Oh, what? Am I out of 37mm? How the fuck? I'm getting gangbanged. Because people in this server won't do 1 versus 1s in the gun area. Oh, it's the fucking F-15. Why am I not surprised? That'll be Alpha. He only fights people that are busy fighting somebody else. He won't fight someone 1 versus 1. He runs away. Nope, it was a different guy. There you go. I mean, it wouldn't be too useless. It'd be vulnerable, but it'd have uses in the World War II stuff. And you'd also get people like Jammer. I don't know if you've seen my IL-2 streams, but Jammer is insane. Like, he murdered me in a Stuka when I was in a Yak. Like, he will kill fighters in a Stuka. And nobody expects it either, so it catches you totally by surprise. There's an unengaged blue over there, we'll go for him. Eagle, I think. No, Tomcat. Oh shit. Uh-oh. 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 We're dead. Got a little over-enthusiastic there. I didn't realize how fast I was going when I tried to pull that turn. I've been really enjoying this since I started flying it. I just wish the Korea server had people in it, so I could fly it against Sabres instead of stuff that's many, many decades newer. I'm on just dogfight, so. Space cadets over there. I'm kind of disappointed the guy named Angry Farmer isn't in a MiG-19. Just map one aircraft then. That's what I do. I map one at a time. And for some of them you can copy-paste stuff over, like say between the different MiG-29s and the Su-27, the Su-33. A bit fast again. Oh shit, hello. Oh, look who it is. It's our friend in the F-15. Who is an unbelievably bad shot. Yeah, there we go. That's the end of me. But you can see what I mean about people only engaging when you're distracted. It kind of kills the fun in this server a lot. It's always the F-15s that do it too. I have like zero respect for F-15 pilots in DCS because this is pretty much how they roll. There are a few really good ones, like legitimately good pilots, but a lot of the ones in Just Dogfight in particular aren't good. They're just relying on how ridiculous that plane is. Yeah, I know you are. I stand by my opinions. The F-15 is fucking broken. And most of the people that fly it rely heavily on it as a crutch. Which is a shame, because I would like to be able to fight an F-15 and not, you know, not expect the guy to fly with like half a wing and one stab, or expect him to wait until I'm busy with someone else and then roll up behind me like this guy is about to do. Try and keep eyes on him. It's probably on my tail already. I'm using markers just because I have no IFF in this thing, so I kind of need them. Hello, Rulcius. Thanks for the follow. That Tomcat go? Yeah, exactly. It's broken, Zell. Like, that is straight up broken. It should not be able to dogfight on one wing. Nor should it be able to fly with one wing, one stab, and one tail fin gone. Like, that's just ridiculous. The plane defies the laws of physics, especially when it's damaged. That's the thing though, Zell, it can dogfight with that much damage in DCS, because its damage model is totally fucked. Speaking of fucked damage models in F-15s, let's see if he survives the 37mm round. If I can get close enough to hit him. Oh, I can't pull. God damn it. Couldn't pull hard enough. Friendly 29, and I think there's a friendly 15 down there. It's the other problem with the F-15. When you've got them on your team, they just vulture all the kills, so you can't get a look in. They're so frustrating. Like, I don't think there's any plane in DCS that frustrates me as much as the 15. Don't know how hard it can be to control like that. It shouldn't be controllable. It should not be controllable like that. Maybe straight and level flight, maybe, but not evasive or not actively dogfighting someone, including defensively. You should not be able to maintain control over the aircraft. There's no fly-by-wire. How the fuck are you supposed to control that? Like, with one wing gone, you can't. He doesn't have nose authority. Go under. The MiG-15's pilot in DCS doesn't have a G-suit, so blacking out is a big problem. If he did have a G-suit, this thing would be like the meanest little dogfighter. The guns are a bit of a liability. They're designed to knock down slow-moving bombers, not fighters, but still. If you get close enough and you can hit them, oh, that'll be Alpha. He's climbing to the moon. We'll just leave him. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Always love when someone notices they're fighting a MiG-15 and just nopes out completely. Yeah, the 15 is already kind of ridiculous without the AMRAAM. Like, it could have a full loadout as Sparrows and it would still be obscene, just because of the damage it can survive. Imagine the F-15 having G-load effect damage. Imagine any of the fucking FC3 modules having it. Shit. Told you he'd do that. Oh, it's Noob 12, apparently. The MiG-29 and the flanker can rip their wings, so at least they can do that. The F-15, I don't think it can, but the thing is as well, the F-15 can pull 14.5 G with 3 full bags on, and nothing falls off. Like, you don't lose any of your suspended load on the FC3 aircraft. Yeah, I've seen them pull 15, 20 G without any damage, without any issues. Yeah, but the Hornet was, like, that was basically an exploit that you had to know how to do. And it didn't always work. Like, you'd often black out before you managed to pull the G. Which is why when Pom tried it the first time, he only got to 12. I managed to get to like 18 or 20 something, I think, but you've got to time it properly. The other thing with that is, that was because they removed the overstress damage on the 18, they've now added it back in. That's no longer possible. But the F-15 has always been broken. There has never been a point in DCS where the F-15's damage model behaved realistically. There's never been a time in DCS where the F-15 couldn't magically... Like, something I've had happen on stream... I chased Alpha all the way up to the fucking moon, shot his wings off in one engine, and with one wing and one engine, he recovered from a fucking flat spin and came back and shot me down. That should not be possible. Even with a fly-by-wire aircraft with a self-repairing fly-by-wire system, that should not be possible. Like, it's just fucking... It's fantasy. Absolute fantasy. And that's why I call the F-15 absolute fantasy, because of all the planes in DCS, a lot of them have broken damage models. The MiG-21 has a really broken damage model. The Viggen's damage model at the moment is, like, holy shit. But the F-15 has been broken for years and years and years, and nothing gets done about it. And anytime somebody suggests fixing it, all the forum fanboys pop up with, oh, but the Israeli Air Force flew an F-15 with one wing. Like, they RTB'd with one wing. with no stores and barely managed to land it. Like, they didn't fly in combat with one wing, that's for fucking sure. Like, the F-15 is a fucking spectacular aircraft, but there's no reason to make it even more capable in DCS than it already is in real life. You know, by making it... oh, for fuck's sake. Making it not affected by damage or whatever. Alright. MiG-15's not working out too well for me at the moment, so, let's try something different. I'm not very good at this, but we'll see how we go. And yeah, they don't care. It's never going to get fixed. There's so much wrong with the FC3 modules that they're just never going to do anything about because they don't care. This is a 29A. You can tell because the S has got a bit of a hunchback on it because of the extra avionics. Yeah, unless I'm on GS and I need the R77s just to account for, you know, the fact that I'm in a MiG-29 on GS, I usually prefer to fly the A. I like the old school planes. There we go, there's that classic F-15 damage model. Engine fires do not affect him. Oh great, I've got a fucking Tomcat on me now as well. I just like the older stuff better, I enjoy it more. It would get smashed in a fight, but I enjoy it more. Hey Eric, thanks for the sub, dude. Oops. But I'm also very much certain that the newer planes in this make bad pilots. They develop really shit habits, which they never unlearn because they only fly the most brand new Gucci module. Like, and you can see it anytime you go on Growling Sidewinder, they cause bad pilots to happen. Now, there's good pilots in them, like Pom in the 18, but if you jump straight into the F-15 and that's all you fly, you're going to develop a lot of really shit habits, and as soon as you try and fly anything else, you're going to learn real quick, just how realistic the F-15 is in this, and how well those behaviors translate to realistic wow, he shoots on the merge, okay. This guy's fucking terrible. having said that, he's still going to kill me because he's in the F-15, which is, you know, broken. Shoots on the merge, misses easy shots. Hey, CJ. Look at this thing keep up with a Mirage in a slow turn. The Mirage is a fucking Delta. What's a fly-by-wire Delta? What's the F-15's excuse? If we keep this up, we might eventually come round on him, but it's really risky. I'm on the edge of a stall here. Like, this is the other thing. The F-15 doesn't have fly-by-wire. It has the CAS system, the control augmentation system, same as the F-5, which makes it easier to fly. But it's not a fly-by-wire aircraft. It's full mechanical controls. There's no computer between the pilot and the control surfaces. And yet, look at this. Look at it keep up with a Mirage. I'm doing like 150 knots in a hard turn, and he's having no problem keeping up with me. Look at that! Fuck you. Worth it. I bet he's still flying, too. I can spectate teammates, I guess. Fucking F-15s, man. People in DCS get so ridiculously tribalistic about their favorite aircraft too. Like, I've seen people argue that the F-15 could kill a fucking 22 in BFM. Like, no. No, the fucking F-22 will smoke anything in BFM. I don't care how good you think the F-15 is, it's not that good. And then his teammate comes in to seal the deal. Fucking hell. These people. This is why I don't play on Just Dogfight very often anymore. Bunch of fucking seagulls. Like, they're not even good. They're just... they team up on you, or they exploit the fact that the F-15 beats everything at everything. I want to see some of these guys fly a Hornet, or a Mirage, or literally anything but the 15, honestly. I was escape taxi. You didn't need to do that, dude. He'd already fucked me up. Like, I was not going to recover from that. But no, it wasn't you that shot me on the merge. It was fucking Noob 12, the aptly named F-15 pilot. Oh, there he is. And the 15's on me again. Escape Taxi is very good at flying defensively. Very good. He's not going to be able to do anything to me, so his only real hope here is either I get bored and run out of fuel or his teammate picks me off, but I'm not likely to get a hit on him while he's doing this shit. He just goes full ace combat mode. Down in the weeds. But see, this is fun. This is more fun to fight than someone that just climbs up into space. Or turns in endless left-hand circles. See, he also watches me enough to know that he can't make me overshoot with that thing. So he's not even trying. Which is a sound move. Good timing on that roll for him. Not good enough though! There we go. Got there in the end. That was a fun little chase. Right. That's friendly. Where's this 15 gone? Right there. And he's gonna run away. How predictable. Just too friendly for JDF. That was a good chase. I'm surprised I actually hit you before I hit a tree. Yep, here's the classic F-15 climb to the moon. And that puts him dead nose on, of course. Oh, there's the hit. I probably shouldn't have climbed up after him. Oh, hello. There's a Viper as well. I don't know. When these guys decide to, like, finally get out of their diapers and fly something that isn't an F-15, this server will be a lot more fun. Oh, there we go again. There we go again. But, watch this. I'm gonna get in the F-15 and you guys will see just how shockingly bad I am at it. Like, the F-15, for all the easy mode that it is, it requires a certain finesse in your control inputs, which I don't have. So I always end up stalling out. Also, I don't remember what any of my binds are in this thing, so... Okay, my radar's on now. That's friendly. There we go. Why is my air brake out? There we go. Why is the aircraft rolling? That is another mystery. What the fuck is going on up here? Oh, really?
Hydraulics failure.
Now watch this.
Hydraulics failure.
Oh, watch this. Look at this. It is rolling a bit, but look at this.
Hydraulics failure.
Easy mode.
Hydraulics.
We got a fucking hide failure, by the way. I should have no flight
Hydraulics
controls.
failure.
Fucking hides.
Hydraulics failure.
Control your flight controls. I should have no fucking surfaces.
Hydraulics
Oh, I just
failure.
clipped his wing as well, apparently.
Hydraulics failure. Hydraulics failure. Hydraulics failure. Hydraulics failure.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That was what did it. This plane is fantasy. Total fantasy. There's no way that's real. As I have long said about the F-15. It's just ridiculous the way it is in DCS.
1, 2, 9. Разруливайте на стоянку.
And the thing is, most of the people that complain the loudest about other modules, like saying the Mirage's flight model is, you know, bullshit, or saying that the MiG-21's damage model is bullshit, I find a lot of them fly the F-15. So it's like, you're in the biggest fucking UFO in the game, and you deride everything else as a UFO. Amazing. Yeah, exactly, I know, right? They landed with one wing, therefore you should be able to fly in ACM with one wing, one engine, one stab, one fin. Who's that? That is enemy. Oh, that's our friend, I think. Oh, there we go, I stalled it. See what I mean? I'm too heavy on the
Failure.
controls.
Hydraulics
Was that-
failure.
That's another 15.
Hydraulics failure.
I see. Apparently everyone's in the fucking 15 now. But yeah, this thing, like, it says hydraulics failure, but it doesn't model it. You can fly with no hydraulics all day long in the F-15 and DCS. Apparently, like wings, hydraulics are optional. You know, never mind the fact that they are your primary flight control method. Look at this guy, fucking spawn killing now. Jesus. And there's the stall. This is why I fly the 15. Like, I'm too heavy-handed on the controls. I try and fly everything like I fly a Mirage or a MiG-21. And the spin recovery for this is... there isn't one, I guess. I can never recover it once I get it into a spin. Full right rudder, nothing. Tomcat, you say? Well, I'm terrible at that too. Yes, it was. I was proving a point.
Nine o'clock,
Oh god, it's taking forever to load in. I'm really bad at this, but we'll try it.
12 o'clock.
Also, Zell, I have a double throttle. It's broken. That's the problem. Like, I have a Warthog, it's just the fucking throttle's broken. I might
12
put...
o'clock high.
Oop. I might put markers on in this just so I don't have to rely as much on Jester to IFF shit.
9 o'clock high. 2 o'clock high. Five o'clock high. We have a Bandit, Eagle, 12 o'clock, 1 mile.
Oh, great, there's 2 of them here.
We're hit.
Oh, of course.
Left wing's damaged. 7 o'clock high. 7 o'clock high.
Like I said, I'm really bad in the
1
Tomcat.
o'clock high.
Especially against the UFO.
9
Honestly,
o'clock. 7 o'clock low.
fuck's sake. I wish they'd just remove all FC-3 aircraft from this server. Especially the
7 o'clock
F-15.
high. 5 o'clock high. We got heavy damage. 9 o'clock high.
How many people are on red right now?
Oh man, he's almost coming.
Oh, just me.
Coming
Just
right.
me. I'm the only one on red. That explains a few things.
Come on man, he's on our 6. Nine o'clock.
Welcome to Just Dogfight, where if you exhibit any kind of talent whatsoever, they
We took
stack
some
the
heavy
opposing
damage.
team.
He's on our 6. Let's get rid of him.
Fuck them. They can play with themselves. Yeah, I forgot to turn the stab logs off. If they're just gonna team stack, I'm not gonna fucking play with them. That's why I don't like the server. It's just... It's all people do. They play the most overpowered plane they can, and then they team stack. Like, and if you try and pick an older plane because you want to practice in it... I've had someone... Like, I joined and he was in an F5. I picked a MiG-21. As soon as he saw me do that, he picked an F-15. Like... Just this mentality that you've got to win no matter what, and it doesn't matter what level you sink to do it, really pisses me off. And Cold War is still empty. Let's go back on the flying circus. Since red is heavily outnumbered, as usual. It's just so frustrating, like... If I lose to a good pilot, I lose to a good pilot, but it's not hard to, like... With the F-15s, you can tell really quickly if they're actually good or not. And somebody who shoots on the merge and then sprays bullets wildly everywhere, not a good pilot. And I guarantee if you put that guy in any other aircraft, I would probably smoke him without really trying. F-15 has too many bullets for how broken it is. The F-15 is just broken in general. Back to sleep. Alright, man. Catch you later.
Отказ систем. Смотри экран.
Thanks for the follow, Kusa. Like, if they fixed the damage model, it would be a lot less frustrating. If they took another look at the flight model, it'd be a lot less frustrating. Like, as I said, I can't fly the F-15 because I'm too aggressive on the controls. You need a much more subtle way of flying to deal with that thing. So there is some... you know, you have to know the plane to fly it, but... I don't know, man. Like, I get that the F-15 is a really, really, really fucking good plane in real life. I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. But in DCS, it's just the best at everything with no exceptions. Like, nothing does anything better than the F-15. It's also the fastest thing in DCS at the moment. Because apparently, you know, people believe when McDonnell Douglas markets the aircraft as hitting Mach 2.5 with weaponry, and yet when the Soviets test everything with weaponry and say, this will do 2.35 with weapons, oh no, it wouldn't be that fast, it's more like 1.8. Yeah, I left. I was getting frustrated, everyone was stacking the team against me, so I didn't want to play with that shit. That was a good fight we had, though. It was good fun.
Перезарядка по плану. Принял.
Well, even if you cap the ammo, it's not really going to change anything. Especially people that shoot on the merge like that. They'll just wait until you're about to merge and then pop you with, like, you know, a quick burst. Even if you limit their ammo. Yeah, that's true. And you also... I mean, I don't like the F-15's gun sight, to be honest. But it is a pretty good gun sight. Like, it's pretty stable. The bullets go where they say they'll go. Compared to the 18. Which is just, you know... It's the 18. The director hops around like it's on Ritalin. And the foresights are useful, but sometimes the director's just so jumpy you can't even see it. Oh my god, no. They didn't bomb the actual mission targets, they bombed the fucking parking area, or the taxiway junction. Can't wait for more Red Fort. The MiG-23 is one of my favourite aircraft ever. I cannot wait for it. I'm gonna fly it so much. Can I make this turn? Probably not. We're gonna end up in the snow, I think. Oh no, we're good. Whoops. Yeah, the MiG-23 is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for it. Beautiful plane. My undercarriage is probably wider than this road is, but we'll try it. If this even counts as a road surface instead of snow. In fact, let's go this way, because he's bombed right in the middle of the runway too. I guess we'll switch airfields after this flight. I love the way craters pop in and out. So fun fact, if you're looking away from the crater and it's not rendering, it doesn't exist on your screen. So you can taxi over them by just looking away from them. Like if I looked up in the air like this, I'd be fine. But it's pretty cheap, so we're not going to do it. Oh, of course. Of course, of course, of course. We just cleared that. Mighty wheels. Oh, we got a space cadet over here. Oh my god, look at that fucking data link. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. They're all up in space. They're probably all trying to bomb Nalchik. Well, they are working on a dynamic campaign for DCS, allegedly, but I don't know how well it's going to work. Like, with how unoptimized DCS is, I can't see it being very good. Now, I hope they surprise me on that. I really do, but with the way DCS is, all I can see it being is extremely underwhelming, extremely poor performance-wise, and extremely limited in scope. odds are pretty good this guy's gonna just T-Wiz a shitload of AMRAMs at us. When they're flying high up like that, they're doing one of two things. They're either trying to T-Wiz 120 the Sukhois down in the valleys, or they're trying to J-Dam the fuck out of Nalchik, which this guy could be doing. It's not POM, because POM's bombing is more effective. POM wouldn't have missed enough runway for me to take off. But these guys are doing what POM tries to do. He's got a friendly right under him. Why is the friendly not engaging him? No, he flies other stuff. He flies lots of other stuff. He flies the F5, he flies the Viper occasionally, he flies the A10 a lot, he flies the Harrier, he flies the Viggen every now and then. POM flies all sorts of stuff. Sometimes the 29, sometimes the Su-25, sometimes the 27 when we can goad him into doing it. And I'm reasonably sure if if someone got him the MiG-19, if I could afford it, I would do it. He would fly that, because he quite likes the MiG-19. Why can I not pick this guy up? So fun fact about the antenna elevation in this, that number on the right hand side is how many thousands of kilometers above, how many thousands of meters, we got there in the end, how many thousands of meters or how many kilometers above or below you the antenna's looking at the predicted range. I'm not sure about the flanker, but in the MiG-29 it should only be able to see 10 kilometers above and 6 below. In the MiG-23 it's 8 above and 4 below. And yet in DCS it goes up to 15 and down to minus 15, but I don't know if that's actually measuring in kilometers or if this is just some weird abstracted unit ED have used because they didn't know the actual proper one. That is not him, that is someone else way below me. And I still can't see this guy. Is this I bet you this is a data link ghost. They do still happen in the flanker and they're intensely annoying when they do. I think there's a friendly up there looking for him too, so yeah. It's probably what that is. Yeah, he has the Su-27. Someone bought it for him, I think it might have been Saber. Try and get some sleep, watch out for the zombies. Alright, Zell, catch you later, man. Yeah, that's a ghost. Oh, gotta love those data link bugs. It's not as bad as it used to be, at least. I used to get ghost contacts all the time. In fact, I wonder how many of these are ghosts. Of course. I got baited up by the fake contact and then murdered. Oh, not this airfield. This game is so frustrating sometimes. Well, mostly this server. I'd rather play on Cold War, but there's no one on it yet. Or DCS, but that's usually empty around this time of day as well.
Принял.
Yeah, Pom does have the Su-27 module now, but he really, really doesn't like it. Like, he hates the flanker with a passion. He likes the 29. He finds it, you know, a little weird, but he likes it. But the flanker he really doesn't like to fly. Have a good night, off to bed. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the follow, and I'll catch you later. Hope you sleep well. Like the flanker, but I can't use its gun for air-to-air, just bad at it. I'm not real good at dogfighting in this, like I can do it, but I'm not very good at it. I like it, I just wish we had a full fidelity version of it. Same with the 29. I'd do filthy things for either of those, full fidelity.
1-1-5. Соколов, разрешаю руление на полосу 4.
Actually, what I might do is, after this flight, I might hop off, and I'll see if that other Cold War server, the, I think it's DAWS, I'll see if that's got anyone on it. Because that has the 80s plane set, but it has no active missiles, so that's like basically, kind of similar to what Growling Sidewinder's 80s server used to be, which nobody used to play on because they didn't get their fancy toys. And this is the other, like, this is the thing that shits me the most about DCS multiplayer, is that there are good pilots, and you can have a lot of fun with it, but the average DCS player just wants the most high-tech plane they can get, with the most high-tech missiles they can get, and just loads up fully with them, and fires 3 or 4 at the first thing they see. Like, that's what this server is. It's a bunch of people in F-16s, F-18s, and Eagles, with full loadouts of AIM-120Cs and ripple firing them. Trolling on the server, it's empty at the moment. Ah, fuck, okay. That is a shame, because I'd much rather play there than here. Like, I mean, I could just join the ranks of people doing that exact thing, although I'm bad at it, because I don't really practice it. But I don't find it interesting. I don't find air combat with large loadouts of active missiles interesting at all. It's boring. You just fire the missile and turn and run away, and it somehow still hits. I much prefer the older servers. That's why I play Cold War so much. It's a lot of fun. I also feel like it kind of says a lot about the quality of the average Blue 4 pilot on this server, that on a good day I can roll, like, not just a positive kill-death ratio, but a quite good positive kill-death ratio, using 0 active missiles whatsoever. Like, that's the thing, I'm flying a Su-27, not a J-11, I have no actives. And when I fly the MiG-29, I only ever really carry 2 of them. I find when I'm gunfighting in the flanker, I let myself get too slow, and I can't pick the speed up quick enough. Like, I can fight in this, I'm just not as good in this as I am in, say, the Mirage, or even the Hornet, probably. Yeah, I really like the Pipper on this. I hate the gun funnel, but I love the Pipper. It's a lot like the Tomcat, it goes where it says it's gonna go. Rolling with my favourite Su-27 skin. Something about green radomes on Sukhoi jets just looks right. I guess because the Su-15 had one, it kind of fits. See, I'm used to the lower muzzle velocity because I fly the Mirage so much, so that's not really an issue for me. The biggest problem I have is when you've got the gun funnel on, there's no bore sight reference. That's the problem I have. If there was like a bore sight cross or something, I'd have no issues whatsoever with the gunnery on this. It's just the actual flying and maneuvering that I have problems with. Again, I think it's because of how used to the Mirage and the MiG-21 I am. I just rip the stick back into my lap and bleed way too much speed way too quickly. I'm just used to planes that can tolerate that, or where that's actually what you want to do. Space Cadet off the nose. That may actually be their AWACS though. I think next death on this server I will hop off though. I'll go see if anyone's on Cold War. If they are, I'll go on there. If not, I might play something else for a little while and then come back to DCS later. We'll see. I wonder what this might be. Heading back to Sochi or something. It's moving pretty quick though, so we'll leave them alone. Oh, maybe we won't. There's a couple of them in there. Oh, they might be over a ground target. That might be what that is. To the valleys.
Переведи в Вагнер. Переведи в Вагнер. Переведи в Вагнер. Переведи в Вагнер.
2 ship on the deck. Maybe RTB? Sure. There they are.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор.
Oh shit. Something much closer. Well, much faster, I should say.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор. Предельный курс атаки. Предельный курс атаки.
Let's see. Yes, I do. Splash. Come on, Ernst. Pick him up. He doesn't even know. I think he dropped behind that ridge. Oh! No, I got him with the ET. Happy days. Splat. There we go. That's more like it. We are RTB.
Переведи в напор. Переведи в напор.
I think. Oh shit! Hang on. Is that his wreck, or is there something else here? I think that was his wreck. Yeah, that's what that was. Caught them on their way home, I think. They weren't expecting a fight. Good. So that was Hornet, and a 15. While I'm refueling and rearming, I will be AFK for a minute. So that was pretty much an ideal engagement for me. I managed to get in close without getting shot at, and by the time they, by the time the first guy got close to me, it was a merge. So straight out of that, I could pick him up, get the 73s away, and then the second two, I think they were still flying home or something. Like they just didn't seem very attentive. I almost wonder if perhaps the Hornet had turned his RWR off, because I was locking him in STT. Like, he should have known I was there. He just wasn't reacting at all. And quite a lot of people on this server do appear oblivious at times, particularly when they're flying out of an airfield or into one. Like, they have all their shit turned off, or they're AFK and they're just flying on autopilot. Those guys weren't. They were coming through the valleys, but... Just odd. Very odd. They didn't really fight back at all. I haven't been flying this as much lately because I've been spending a lot more time in the MiG-21 again. So my landings are getting very, very sloppy. I need to work on them. There's the runway. Holy shit, he set the glide slope up for my cop. Consider me astonished that this server actually has the fucking glide slope set up for any airfield. This is the first time I've seen it on GS. I'm probably not going to use it, because I rarely do, but it's a cool thing to see. I am habitually off the center line. No difference from usual there. We're below the slope here. Yeah, we are. We're well below the slope. That's alright. We'll just eyeball it in. So normally you try to line up those two circles, one inside the other. I'm actually on slope now, right here. But a little fast. Below it. power. There we go. That's more like it. I think I might be the only one flying from my cop, so I'm just gonna park up on the taxiway like a shitter and rearm there. I'm not gonna be in anybody's way. Just make sure my tail's clear of the runway. There we go.
Заправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану.
Alright guys, I'll be right back.
Рапорт направлен.
Right. We're actually refueled by now. Holy shit. I think. Yep.
Командир, оружие подвижно.
See if we can go repeat that success. Maybe if I hang around towards the approaches to Sochi, I can pop them as they try and land. Just attrite them that way. I think we're still outnumbered. Oh yeah, we are very outnumbered. Holy shit. Holy shit. Normal for this server, to be honest. Red is almost always outnumbered really badly.
Разрешаю руление на полосу 4.
Terrible person's about to be a terrible student, terrible adult, all in one go today. Nice! That's something to aspire to right there, my dude. Oh, there is someone else flying from here. Su-25. Hello, little friend. That is not a small plane, but this thing makes it look small. How's it going? It's going alright. We snuck up on a bunch of baddies and popped them flight before this. You can always tell which airfields I've been on by where the skid marks are. Seriously. That's air defense. What? Oh! Oh, I see! It's like that, is it? We're scrambling. We are absolutely fucking scrambling. Su-25T could be fun, but I don't want to learn 100 plus keybinds. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wish they'd given us, like, a more relevant variant, though. Like, the T is so uncommon in real life. An SM would have been better. I also, just because I like the older technology, I find it more interesting. I usually fly the old Su-25 if I'm going to fly one. I haven't even bound up the controls for the T yet. Now the question is, are these players or are these AI? Probably players. Oh, one's turned across my nose. These guys are moving pretty quick. I don't know if I'm going to catch them. Might be worth trying to pick up some altitude, get in the thinner air so I can get a little more speed. This guy's on the deck. I still can't see him. Should be right off my nose. Go into the shoot mode. Probably won't see him there because the shoot mode's a pile of shit. Oh wow, we picked him up. Haven't got a firm return on him though because I can't lock him. Just struggling a little. Okay, the other one's turned back hot on me. Probably defeat that kinematically. In other words, he's going to outrun it. This one is much closer. Much closer. There he is. BT will get it. Smack. Smack.
Предельный, атаки, предельный, атаки, предельный, атаки, предельный, атаки, предельный, атаки.
Hornet. This other one's gone. Must have dipped into a valley, I can't see him. Well done, Max. Well done.
Предельный, атаки.
I think this is a different guy. And I'm also not sure if he sees me. AM labs, ooh, yeah. That is rough. I don't know if this is the same guy tooling around on the edge of my range, or if there's two of them. Because the data link coverage in this area is really, really spotty. The good sign is, oh, we got a 2-ship. The good sign is I'm not getting anything on my RWR from fighters, so we should be good. See if we can roll this too. Oh shit, he's right next to me. He saw me. I'm dead. See you, Max. Yep. Must have came up on data link for just long enough for him to spot me. Oh well. We had a relatively good run of it. It's much easier when you're flying with someone else, but none of my regulars are on right now. If you've got a 2 or 3 ship of Su-27s working together, it can be quite dangerous. Even against the newer aircraft with their active missiles. Oh, no one's on Cold War. No one's on the Korean server, or the Korean War server. How's the DCS going? That is also pretty much empty. God damn. And that is empty as well. Well, we might call it there for DCS at the moment. Might hop back on later. Bear with me a moment. Find something else to play for a bit. Oh, I'll tell you what, you guys can watch me be absolutely fucking terrible at a game that I've only just started playing and I've never played on stream before. That's what we can do. Now, I do know this used to have issues with performance while streaming, and hopefully those have been fixed. I assume they would have been. It's been out for a while. Oh, actually, there might be a patch. Oh, yeah. a 6.9 gig patch. Oops. I'm smart. I prepare for streams. My internet's pretty fast though, shouldn't be an issue. Bear with me for a minute, guys. About halfway done. Not sure how much longer I'll be streaming for. I did catch a couple hours sleep earlier, but this would normally be about bedtime. It's 1 AM here. So I'll probably do a couple rounds of Apex, I think, and then I'll head off. I might be back on later doing Cold War when it fills up. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. My sleep cycle's been a bit fucked up again because it's been quite hot, and when it's hot, I don't sleep, so we'll see how we go. What I'll also have to try and remember to do is update IL-2, because that's like a 16 gigabyte update, so I was gonna stream that when I was having trouble with DCS earlier, and then I just saw that and I was like, no, that's gonna take me way too long, and for some reason it was downloading really slowly as well. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. It wasn't downloading, it was preparing to download. Now it's downloading. It says it's got about 12 minutes left to go. But that is reducing quickly, so might find something else to do for about 10 minutes. Actually, it says less than 10 now. So I'll just, I'll leave the stream on the intermission screen. You guys can chill out and listen to some tunes or whatever. And I might get myself a snack and a drink, and we should be good by now. Sorry about the long wait, guys. About halfway done. I probably should have remembered that there was a patch before starting the stream, but, you know, it wouldn't be one of my streams if I was actually prepared for it, so we'll just roll with it. Pretty excited to see the DCS 2020 video because it has the Mosquito in it, which means the Mosquito must be just about done, I'd imagine. It should be coming out pretty soon, and I'll be a very happy man when it does. First thing I think I'm going to do is find a server where there's jets on there as well, and just canyon... I really wanted to do this on DCS, but they haven't got the spare spawn slots to put warbirds in. I wanted to canyon run down the big valley towards Nalchik and just bomb the fuck out of them all as they're trying to take off. Just have the 633 squadron theme blaring in the background. But the Mosquito should be a lot of fun, it should be real interesting to fly. And it'll be nice to actually finally have a clickable version of it, since, like, I've flown the Mosquito a lot in the original IL-2. I think the new IL-2's getting it at some point. I can't remember if they said they're doing the Mosquito, or if the Mosquito is a strong contender for a future, like, collector aircraft, but either way, having the full fidelity clickable cockpit in DCS is going to be really, really nice. I just hope it's multi-crew as well. I mean, it's not like the Tomcat where the Rio's always got something to do, but it would be nice to have a friend like ride along in the aircraft and somebody else to, you know, work the systems while you're concentrating on flying. Make navigation a lot easier as well. Nearly done. 2 minutes. Sorry again about the wait. I'm going to hit the pause on the music because it is very nearly done. And I need to be able to hear what's going on in game. So I've only played a couple matches of Apex so far. It's actually pretty well made. Like the movement and the gunplay and everything's very fluid. It's not usually the type of game I'd be into, but just because it is so like it flows well, I've been enjoying it. I'm terrible at it, but I have been enjoying it. Which would make it, I think, the only Battle Royale game I've ever tried that I've actually, like, had any incentive to play. I did used to play PUBG a little, but only because my friends played it, and I wasn't very good at that either. Should be ready to go in just a second. It says it's finalizing, whatever that means. I'll make sure after this stream that I update IL2, so you guys don't have to wait for me to update that as well. I don't want to force you to wait for 16 fucking gigabytes to download. That'd be a nightmare. And for some reason, I think the IL2 download servers are only up on specific days of the week or something, and any other day it just like torrents from like one seeder or something. Because when I went to update it earlier, it was so slow. It was running at like barely faster than dial-up speeds. Hence, I wasn't playing IL2 this stream. I just could not be bothered waiting several hours for it to finish. There we go. We're good. If it will actually start. There we go. Took a while. Just double check that OBS has actually captured the window, because sometimes it doesn't. Yep, there we are.
Protests turned violent recently as Hammond Robotics continues to face backlash for its controversial work on the simulacrum program.
toast. A minha for me. Securing the future of our legacy.
May want more for our daughter. What's in there?
Stay calm. You two go. Take her and go. Get out of here! Rebecca, you must go!
Papa, please!
I love you. What the hell are you?
Death.
Shit, that's one way to ruin a dinner party. So I'm guessing that's the new character, who I have no idea about because I literally only just started playing this game. I'll just jump straight into a game, I think. Get my ass kicked. Oh yeah, there we go. Revenant, the new character. Interesting. We'll see how many games it takes me to remember I can actually use special abilities. I had like 2 really good matches for my first 2 games, and then it went downhill from there. Because I always forget that I have... I've mostly been playing Wraith because fast and teleporty sounds good to me. But I totally forgot about the teleporty bit. Like I said, I'll probably just do a couple rounds of this this stream. I might play some more with friends in future streams, but for now I'm just looking for something to do that isn't get killed by AIM 120s on GS. Plus, I kind of want to test how this streams. I want to be able to go back and check the VOD later and make sure it's not dropping frames or anything. Because I know there were issues when it first came out.
Listen and fight.
I quantify skill by the evidence.
This place is something else. Let's go. Introducing your champion.
There's still time.
I'm sure these guys are gonna fucking DC on me, since I am a lowly scrub with like 4 kills total. Wait, what the fuck? Well, it looks like one of them's dropped already.
My adversaries are in for a shock.
Yep, they ditched out on me. Wonderful. Oh shit. Nope.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Yeah.
Hope they didn't see me.
New kill leader appointed.
Try and be all stealthy. For all the good that'll do me. Stick with this, I think.
Attention. The champion has been eliminated. Warning. Root movement in progress.
Good. I'm inside the next ring.
Oh. Oh, that was not what I intended to do. At all.
Care package being delivered.
On the other side of those buildings, I think.
Leader appointed.
We're gonna try for the rat play here and just stay on the edge of things as long as possible. And engage people while they're busy. I kind of have to since, you know, my fucking squad mates bailed on me. Because apparently they're too good for me. But this is sort of how I tend to play these sorts of games anyway. It's also how I play Tarkov. Tempting. Oop. You know what? Yeah, sort that out. But I need some ammo for it.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
That ring's far. I know.
Oh shit, okay.
Just a minute until the ring closes, huh? Good. It's not far.
They're in that building. There's another one up there.
Ring's not that far.
Okay.
New kill
30 seconds.
Appointed.
Just 10 seconds.
Attention, delivering care package.
They've done some adjusting to this thing in the patch. Used to had 7 rounds in the mag. It had energy ammo. Now it has its own special sniper ammo. Ooh. Kind of a weird weapon. It's good for hitting people if they're running.
You're being aimed at.
Oh shit. No thank you.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. Healing up. Eyes are open though.
That sounds suspiciously like a Kraybot.
Recharging my shields.
Oh god. Fuck.
There is a process to everything. Also a conclusion. This is yours.
That went well. My grand plan of avoid combat as long as possible did not work at all. Might do one more. And then call it for the stream, I think. I'll probably mostly, like if I'm going to stream this, I'll probably mostly do it when I'm playing with friends. Just so I give it a quick test run on stream tonight. Catch you later, Warp. See, if my squad mates hadn't bailed on me, I probably would have been fine. Had a couple of really good squads in this so far, and when I've stuck together with them, we've done really well. Haven't won any, but I've got quite a few top 5s considering how few games I played.
The wind is out there looking for you. It will find you if you let it.
Oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. I could have just used the phase walk thing to get away from... Oh my god. Like I said, I forget to use the abilities all the time.
Let's rock.
Introducing your champion.
My cattle being herded into the slaughterhouse. Time to kill.
Oh god. This is gonna end terribly. This is where everybody is gonna go.
Frag out. Throwing thermite grenade.
Oh, for fuck's sake, give me a weapon! Oh, Jesus.
You might have seen me.
Contact.
No, 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 no!
Beginning ring countdown.
Down one more. Reloading. Reloading.
Holy shit! This guy is fucking mental!
Champion after all.
Thanks for that.
He just killed, like, fucking everybody here. Oop. What am I doing? What am I even fucking doing? There we go. Wait, that takes light rounds. Yeah, that's what I want. That takes light as well. Okay, Jesus Christ.
Recharging my shields.
Oh, now I've had some time to get my wits back and press every wrong button.
Need to recharge my shields.
Amazing.
Backpack here. Level 3. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. Need more kills. What's over here?
Healing up. Eyes are open though. Patching myself up.
My abilities aren't working. I'm down. Someone's gonna pay for that.
Oh shit. He actually got downed. Oh. And I fucked that one up.
Taking fire. I'm down. Need a medic.
Shit.
Care package being delivered.
Are you in here? Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I can't get to them from here.
Placing a portal. Set the portal.
They're above me. They bled out anyway. Brilliant teammate. Someone here.
You're being aimed at.
Am I now?
New kill leader appointed. Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Shit. Go back the way I came. See, I need actual living teammates in this game. I don't know what I'm doing without them. I'm sure with time I'll get the idea, but until then I don't know the map real well, and I don't really, like, have a purpose. I just do what comes naturally from Tarkov, which is, you know, basically be a rat. Ah, there we go. Oh well. I think that'll be the last one for the evening. Thanks for watching, guys. I am going to let the auto host do its thing. I'll possibly be back on a bit later, like early. Well, it is going to be today, my time. Like, say 6 or so hours from now. I don't know, or I might not. It really depends on if Cold War fills up and if I'm awake or not. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. See you later.